Naga, divine serpents, dragons. These are the divinities dwelling in the Vedic Nakshatra of Ashlesha, an ancient constellation symbolized by coiling serpents and found by modern star maps as the head of the serpent, Hydra. Aslesha empowers us to embrace strongly, with deep and enduring emotion and desire. It inspires us to bear great responsibilities for the sake of those we love. It endows us with charisma, charms, and mystique. It has a weakness towards deception and jealousy, but strength towards deep mysticism and true spirituality. The keywords are luxury, pleasures, embraces, clinging, loyalty, jealousy, and cunning. Now let's see where all these qualities come from. Why is Aslesha like Aslesha? The reason why every nakshatra has its qualities is not because of some modern astrological consideration about what zodiac sign it happens to coincide with, or what kind of planet rules it in some temporal timing consideration, like a dasha system. Which kind of planet rules it in one of these many dasha systems? It has nothing to do with stuff like that. It has everything to do with devas, gods, divinities. And so the divinities of a nakshatra show you the qualities of the nakshatra. So let's look at the divinities of Aslesha, the Nagas, and see how they impart their qualities unto this nakshatra. First of all, the word Aslesha means intimate connection, intimate contact, embracing, entwining, adhering, and clinging. Aslesha. A coiled serpent is a fitting symbol for Aslesha because serpents coil around things, embracing and entwining them. Aslesha's deity is the Naga, supernatural serpents, also known as dragons. Like all serpents, they have scales, forked tongues, and powerful poisons. Unlike most serpents, Naga can combust their spit poisons, usually have many heads, have superhuman intellect and talent, and can shapeshift in and out of humanoid and intermediate forms. They are protectors of vast treasures. Sometimes ordinary snakes, particularly the king cobra, can be called Naga as honorific. All snakes are connected to Aslesha, but the deities of Aslesha are the supernatural dragons, not ordinary serpents. So I'm going to read you some stories from the Vedic Shastra that will show you the qualities of the Naga, and thereby show you the qualities of Aslesha, their star. So the first one is going to illustrate how Aslesha is a star associated with rivalry and jealousy. This is a story about the origin of the Naga. Now, Brahma is the original person in the universe, so let's start from him. One of the sons of Brahma is Marichi. His son is Kashyapa, the genetic engineer of the universe. Kashyapa married 13 sisters, and with each wife he produced different species of offspring, from gods to insects. According to Mahabharata, Adi 16, one of the wives, Kadru, wanted to have many, many children, while another wife, Vinata, desired only 2 very powerful children. Kadru laid 1,000 eggs, which quickly hatched into so many different varieties of serpents, the foremost of whom were the Naga. Vinata laid 2 eggs, which took a very long time to hatch. One of the children became Aruna, who drives the chariot of the sun and shields the world from the fury of his heat. The other was the gigantic king of eagles, Garuda, who became the associate and carrier of Vishnu. Kadru was jealous of the power her husband allotted to her sister's 2 children and devised a plan to ruin her. So here's the mother, full of jealousy and cunning. So this is going to be inherited by her children and brought into their star, Ashlesha. She made a bet with her sister. I bet you that the color of the tail of the divine horse that emerged from the ocean of milk is not white. If I am right, you and your children are my slaves. If you are right, my children and I are your slaves. Kadru, however, rigged the bet by asking her black serpent children to mix into the hair of the horse's tail. The serpents who refused their mother's request on moral grounds became a separate special branch of the Naga race. The rest of the serpents mixed into the hair, making it appear black. So this is another important quality of Ashlesha. Serpents are not all bad. They do have cunning and they do have jealousy. But some of them are very, very spiritual. As you're going to see, these other ones are very moral. And they become a special group of Naga, which are also associated with Ashlesha. So Ashlesha also has qualities of deep mysticism, deep spirituality, respect for true religion. Vinata thus lost the bet and became the servant of Kadru. It was then that Garuda hatched from his egg, born into slavery. He submitted, but developed hatred of the serpents as a result. Eventually, he asked the Naga, "How can I be released of this debt to you?" "Bring us Soma, the nectar of immortality," they replied. The Garuda then stole Soma from the gods, but conspired with their king Indra, so that Indra reclaimed the Soma before the serpents had a chance to drink it. Garuda was freed from servitude the moment he placed the nectar before the Naga. As Indra appeared from out of nowhere to snatch the black elixir, drops of it splashed onto the kusha grass, which is sharp, like a razor blade. The Naga became very powerful by licking up these drops, but also split their tongues on the sharp grass in the process. Now here's another tale, which shows how Ashlesha is a star associated with luxury and pleasures and enjoyment. The Naga inhabit and control a unique realm of the universe, Nagaloka, Naga realm, the deepest of the 7 netherworlds. Because they dwell at the very bottom of the physical dimensions, we hear in Mahabharata Adi 36 that they hold the earthly realm aloft on their hoods. Thus the Naga are very strong and can hold things better than any other creatures. The very word Ashlesha implies this. So there's a lot of attachment here, or you could say loyalty. Like the Nagas are bearing the earth on their hoods. Ashlesha shows a lot of power to do difficult things for the sake of love, for the sake of emotion. The Naga's netherworld is not similar to Judeo-Christian hell. It is a place of grandeur and pleasure, not a place of punishment. Chapter 5 of Vishnu Purana describes it. It is more beautiful than heaven, full of radiant jewels, exotic groves and lakes, and breathtaking, serpentine maidens, eager to enjoy. The air carries sweet scents and music. The ground is multicolored, soft, and mixed with jewels and gold. The 24th chapter of the 5th section of Bhagavad Purana concurs, adding that this world is like a luxurious resort, free from infections, fatigue, and aging. The sun and other luminaries cannot shine into these nether regions. The entire world is lit instead by the brilliance held within the fantastic gems that the residents wear, often as crown jewels on their serpentine hoods. The Vishnu Purana states that the Naga are extremely influential throughout all 7 of the nether realms. Vayu Purana lists the specific Naga who predominate each nether realm. So they're like the bosses of the whole nether realm, and then their hometown is the 7th one. The Bhagavatam clarifies that the 5th and 7th nether realms particularly belong to the Naga. The 7th realm is the home to the most powerful and impressive of the Naga, headed by their king, Vasuki. So, through Ashlesha, the Naga empower human beings to obtain luxury and embrace sensual pleasure and enjoyment via charisma, charm, mystique, and cunning. Now, as we mentioned before in the incident where some of the Nagas refused to go along with this nefarious plan of their mother, Aslesha is not just a materialistic, twisty, jealous serpent. It's also a divine, spiritual serpent. So there's a story in this chapter about Vasuki, the king of the Naga, and how he refused to be moved by Garuda, but happily agreed to be moved by Shiva, showing respect for true spiritualists, for spiritualists that didn't have pride. So that's one of the stories in here. You can get the book to read them all. Another one story talks about Shesha, the spiritual serpent, the ultimate serpent, even beyond Vasuki. And there's another story in here about Kaliya, who was a serpent who battled with Krishna. Get a copy of this book to check out all the stories. You can get a copy on my site, victorcara.com. I hope you enjoy all the videos. I've been doing one each week on each nakshatra in order. So next week is going to be Mag Nakshatra. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you don't miss any of these videos. And leave a like or a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you liked the video. Keep me encouraged to keep doing them. Got 27 of them.